I keep grading pretty up to date in Blackboard, both before you turn something in and when you turn something in and actually grading it. And it's really important for you to be able to find not only the assignments, but also the rubrics. How are you being graded? And not only how will you be graded, but once I've graded you, what feedback have I left? I don't just say, hey, you got a 80% on the paper. Well, why? So this video is going to quickly show you just how to actually look at feedback after I've graded it, as well as view the rubric beforehand. So there's two ways to actually view the rubric. Now, the things I'm going to show you is a completed course. So if you're like, well, I haven't seen that, or I don't know what that is, don't worry about it. So for example, this project, the Environmental Controversy Project, I created a handout and I put the rubric on there. But I've also imported that rubric into Blackboard. So for example, I wrote a paper and the paper was worth 38 points. Here I can click View Rubric and I can see exactly where those 38 points are coming from. So you can view this beforehand. Now let's say I've written my paper and I want to know, okay, how did I do? So if I go over to my grades, I have tons of grades here because this is the end of the semester. What I can do is, on an assignment, I can click on View Rubric. This isn't for the paper, this is for something else. This is for one of the discussion board posts. Here you can see that I have a checkbox for this rubric area. I got a 13 out of the 25 points, and I have feedback here. Now, I might just say great, but if I take points off, I will tell you exactly why I took points off for different sections. But you can see that each category has feedback on it, and then I might even put some general feedback at the end of the assignment. That general feedback is also shown with this little mouthpiece, but that's only showing a very small portion of the feedback. So if it's an assignment that has a rubric, you'll know because it'll say View Rubric. Definitely be sure to click that link once you see your grade. If it's not graded yet, you're not going to be able to see anything. For example, here's another discussion board where I posted something. And the way I know I posted something is I have this yellow exclamation point. This means, hey, you have submitted something, but me, the instructor, has yet to grade it. What you can do is you can actually view what you submitted, and this is a great way to check your work. So for example, I'm going to click on the link of the assignment. It opens up the discussion board, and it shows everything that I had turned in for that discussion board, so that I, as the student, know, okay, I have turned in this assignment. My instructor just hasn't graded it yet. One last thing to show you, so these are for things that you're really writing up, and I have to go back and kind of grade them and give you more feedback. You might have tests or quizzes or something that is graded, but it's not a paper you did. So for example, if we look at a review quiz, if you click on the quiz, you see there's no rubric, which should make sense because you're just answering multiple choice questions or short answer questions. I click on review quiz and I saw, actually let me not do this one, sorry. Let me go to review quiz 9. I see that I got a grade of 1.25 out of 5. And I kind of want to know, what did I miss? So you click on review quiz 9. Here it shows you just some details, and then there is the calculated grade of 1.25 again. You need to click on this number. It is a different color, and I know it's kind of inconspicuous, and I have no control over that. But if you click on that number, here it opens up your questions. It tells you what you got wrong. Depending on kind of the rules I've given you, I might open up the answers and it'll say, here was the correct answer, for example. So that's just how you can view your different grades and the rubrics before and after getting a grade. I will say that if you use Blackboard on your phone at all, whether it's the Blackboard app or even using just your internet browser to open up Blackboard, Blackboard is not very compatible with phones. So if you're looking at your grade center and you're like, this does not make any sense, look on a physical computer first, and if you're still having issues, then send me an email. Also, you can order your grades by due dates and activity, It should automatically be set on course order. I recommend putting it in course order. Course order is what I physically have ordered these in my own gradebook. So I try to keep all the review quizzes together, all the tests together, all the discussions together, etc. You can organize it however you want to, but just letting you know that. If you have any questions about this course ordering, how to find things, how you know you got graded, please just let me know.